Welcome to Previously On, a podcast series created to help you through some of the most complex yet brilliant television ever made. Game of Thrones Season 3, Episode 4, and now his watch has ended. We pick up where we left off, with one-time Hand of the King, Jaime, missing his King of a Hand. He rides broken, mocked by his captors. Falling exhausted from his horse, he manages to grab a sword from one of the men, but is quickly beaten. In the north, Bran shares a dream with Jojen that he's running through a forest. They see the three-eyed raven, and Jojen tells Bran he should follow it. As Bran climbs a tree, he sees Catelyn, who grabs him and shouts at him to stop climbing, and Bran falls. Elsewhere in the north, Theon is being led through the woods by the same man who freed him from the dungeon and later killed his attackers. They're headed for Deepwood Motte, where the man says Yara, Theon's sister, is waiting for him. Upon entering a passageway into the castle, Theon tells the man he didn't kill the Stark boys. He's then led into the exact same dungeon he was previously freed from and seized by the guards, much to the delight of the clearly insane man who'd earlier pretended to save him. Down in King's Landing, Varys meets the prostitute Ros and learns that Littlefinger may be planning to take Sansa with him when he leaves for the Eyrie. Varys later meets with Olenna Martell to share his concerns regarding this. Considering Littlefinger one of the most dangerous men in Westeros, he ponders what power he might have should he marry Sansa, who's the key to the north. Elsewhere, Margaery and Sansa form the first bonds of friendship. Margaery tells her that when she's queen, she'd like Sansa to marry her brother Loras. North of the Wall, tensions are even higher than usual at Craster's Keep. Some of the Night's Watch accuse Craster of keeping the food for himself and his girls. Taking great offence, he grabs a nearby axe and threatens them. All hell breaks loose, and Craster is stabbed in the throat by a brother of the Night's Watch. Jorah Mormont draws his sword, but is betrayed and killed by Rast. Sam flees the mutiny to find Gilly the baby, and the three of them escape. In the Riverlands, Arya, Gendry and the Hound are taken to the Brotherhood Without Banner's hideout. They're met by the leader of the Brotherhood, Beric Dondarrion, previously commanded by Ned to bring the Mountain to justice. The Hound is branded a murderer, and despite his argument that he was acting on orders, is sentenced to fight Beric in a trial by combat. Over the sea in Astapor, Daenerys brings Krasnys, the largest of her dragons, Drogon, as payment for the Unsullied army. During the exchange, Krasnys insults Daenerys in his native Valyrian tongue again, while struggling to control Drogon. When Daenerys responds in fluent Valyrian, this in fact being her mother tongue, Krasnys is left dumbstruck. Daenerys then commands her new army to take Astapor, kill the slavers and soldiers, and free every slave they find. Drogon is commanded to kill Krasnys. Daenerys frees the Unsullied from slavery and asks them to fight for her as free men. The army pound their spears on the ground in support and together leave Astapor. Thanks for listening. Hope it's been helpful. Listen, if you've enjoyed this, I would love it if you subscribed. We've got loads more shows where this came from, and we'd love you to join us for them. If you know someone who needs to get up to speed with Thrones, just send them our way. A 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts from would also be absolutely fantastic. If you've got any feedback, have I pronounced a name wrong? I hope I haven't. Or ideas for a show that we should be covering. We'll almost certainly be doing the big ones, but you never know. There may be others that we've missed. Let us know. I'd love to hear from you over on Twitter. You can find us at Previous Podcast, or just email us hello@previouslyon.co.uk. Previously On is presented by Jamie East and is a Daft Doris production.